now we've got your mock draft, your first mock draft, right? We got that?
That's out there.
Okay, here we go. Pop it up if you don't mind. You've got so Fernando Mendoza is going to be a Raider at the end of the day. Not concerned about him going to a spot where he's not protected. The Raiders don't care. They're going to just got to get the guy and win your first overall. Is that what you believe?
Yeah, and I think the Jets would effort with all the picks that they've accumulated to try and see if they could pry that pick away from the Raiders. And the buzz down here amongst all the teams is there's no chance the Raiders would trade off of that pick.
You think the Jets would trade up for Fernando Mendoza?
I 100% think they would.
No kidding.
100%.
Whoa.
Yeah,
but they're not ready either. They're not ready either.
But it's irrelevant because they're not gonna pass up an opportunity to get Mendoza. I don't think the Raiders would do that.
So Mendoza people have fallen that deep in love with Fernando Mendoza atop this draft.
Yeah, I think the way he finished everything up, and Rich, like to me, when you look at how he did on some big third downs, you look at how he did in the red zone, you look at how he did in big moments after getting drilled. We talked about that on Sunday,
right?
Just how he's reacted to that. So you get accuracy, you get toughness, you get somebody who's been big in big moments. That's a pretty good place to start. Oh, by the way, he's 6'5", he's big. You saw on the big touchdown run, he can move around enough. And I don't know that there's ever been a quarterback more equipped to not be distracted by Las Vegas than Fernando Mendoza.
Okay. So the Jets are going to try, and it's not going to – because I honestly thought, DJ, that the Jets getting picks in next year's draft is when they're going to be targeting their quarterback, and that may happen anyway. But you're saying it's because it won't be for a lack of trying to have the Raiders move off of Mendoza.
Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of that's the buzz down here was that, hey, the Jets, I mean, I'm not saying they would trade all their picks that they've accumulated, but, they're this close to being able to get a guy that they would, try and make an effort to do that. But it would be a moot point because they're not going to move off of it, that the Raiders seem to be pretty in love with Fernando Mendoza, did their homework. Obviously, we saw who was in attendance for the national championship game. And when you're in a position like this, there's a, it looks like a really intriguing group coming up next year, but there's no guarantee you're going to be in the right position to be able to get that guy. So right now you're sitting on a guy that has all the, the measurables, has the intangibles. I don't see the Raiders listening to any of those offers.
Okay. So if we put the top 10 up once again, then you would have, and we'll put a pin in the Jets for a moment as well. You've got because everybody's putting Jeremiah Love and basically Sharpie for the Chiefs. You think the Saints would jump the line for him? Is that what you're thinking right now?
There is a lot of excitement around Tyler Shuck and listening to folks down here as well. Talking to some guys around that organization, and in that organization, there's an excitement there, and they want to give him some more toys to play with. And that's the best toy in the draft, in my opinion, is Jeremiah Love. So I know it's going to be popular. I've been, beating the drum for the Chiefs to add a dynamic back to kind of help solve some of their problems that haven't been able to overcome with teams playing this umbrella coverage across the league. It really started because of their success and limiting explosive plays, and they haven't had a run game to totally capitalize on those looks to help Patrick Mahomes. So I've been, championing them getting it back. I would love to see Jeremiah Love there, no pun intended. But in this case, if I'm the Saints, Jeremiah Love's one of the top 2 or 3 players in this draft class, and you've got a chance to add him. You've got your tackles in place. They've got 2 first-round tackles. That with Banks and Fuaga. Now you've got the quarterback. Man, now you could say, okay, now we add this running back in here who not only is a runner, but they know what it's like to see backs that can really catch the ball out of the backfield in that city, watching that team, and this dude can catch the heck out of it.
So just looking at your top 10 again, you got 2 offensive tackles. You obviously have the quarterback going first, and you've got a running back there at 8, and everybody else's defense. So that you just think that this is the way the top 10 is going to go, edge, line, just basically line play. I know Sonny Styles is listed as a linebacker, but man, is he just absolutely everywhere. Awesome. Right. And we saw what Bain did in the national championship game, and then also in all those games leading up to it for Miami. That's the way you see the top 10. And
yeah, I mean, keep in mind, Rich. an exercise that you're doing when at the time, I think there were 4 or 5 teams had yet to hire a head coach. We have not had free agency.
Got it.
Subject to change,
Of course.
much like the lighting in my hotel room.
You want to turn that light on behind you again, or just? Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.